Lesson 1, Exercise Techniques.
Have you tried swimming lately? It's a great workout.
I prefer running. It's more efficient for cardio.
True, but swimming works the whole body.
I suppose, but running is simpler and more convenient.
Fair point. What about rowing? That engages the muscles too.
I don't have access to a boat. Walking quickly could work as well.
Good idea. Brisk walking is an easy, low-impact exercise.
Exactly. The key is finding a workout you enjoy and can sustain.
Agreed. Variety is important to keep exercise interesting.
Lesson 2, Monarchies, England, and its former colonies.
Have you been following the news about monarchies around the world?
Yes, it's quite fascinating, especially when it comes to England and its former colonies.
Absolutely. The lasting impact of the British Empire is still felt in many places.
That's true. How about we discuss some of the key insights into this topic?
Sure, I'd be happy to. For instance, the role of the monarchy in former colonies.
Interesting. What are your thoughts on the evolution of these relationships over time?
Well, it's been a complex and often tumultuous history, but there have been some positive developments.
I see. Can you elaborate on how some of these former colonies have navigated their relationships with the crown?
Certainly. Many have sought to establish their own unique national identities and political systems.
That makes sense. It's been a fascinating journey of decolonization and nation building.
Exactly. There's so much to unpack when it comes to the legacy of the British Empire.
Lesson 3, Entrepreneurial Aspirations, Opening a Café.
Have you ever thought about starting your own business?
As a matter of fact, I have. I'm toying with the idea of opening a cafe.
That's an exciting prospect. What inspired you to consider the cafe business?
Well, I've always had a passion for good food and creating a welcoming atmosphere.
That sounds like a great foundation. What kind of cafe are you envisioning?
I'm thinking of a cozy, neighborhood-style cafe with a focus on local, high-quality ingredients.
Sounds delightful. Have you started planning out the logistics and finances?
Yes, I'm doing my research and putting together a business plan. It's a lot to consider.
I can imagine. But it's great that you're taking the time to plan it out thoroughly.
Absolutely. I want to make sure I have a solid foundation before taking the leap.
That's a wise approach. I'm sure your cafe will be a wonderful addition to the community.
Lesson 4, Stocking up on household essentials.
Yes, we're almost out of dish soap. We should add that to the shopping list.
Great idea. Let's make a comprehensive list and head to the store soon.
Agreed. We'll need to pick up a few other household essentials as well.
Definitely. Paper towels are running low, and I think we're out of toilet paper.
Good catch. And we should probably grab some laundry detergent while we're at it.
Excellent point. Is there anything else we're running low on?
I believe we're running low on hand soap in the bathroom. We should restock that.
Right, good call. Okay, let's compile the full list and make sure we don't forget anything.
Sounds like a plan. This way, we can get everything we need in one trip.
Lesson 5: Appreciating the beauty of spring flowers.
The flowers are starting to bloom, and it's such a lovely sight.
I agree, it's one of the best parts of spring. My favorite are the tulips.
Ah, yes, tulips are simply stunning. The vibrant colors are so eye-catching.
Absolutely. There's something so refreshing about seeing those first blooms.
Definitely. What other spring flowers are you particularly fond of?
I also adore the delicate cherry blossoms and the cheerful daffodils.
Excellent choices. The array of spring flowers is truly a feast for the senses.
Indeed. It's such a rejuvenating time of year, don't you think?
Completely. The arrival of spring flowers always lifts my spirits.
Lesson 6: Insights into influencer marketing.
Hi Anna, influencer marketing is quite intriguing, don't you think?
Hi John, absolutely. It's become a true game changer in the marketing world.
Indeed. The fresh insights and expertise of influencers can really drive engagement.
Exactly. How about we explore some of the latest trends in influencer marketing?
That's a great idea. I heard micro-influencers are gaining more traction these days.
Fascinating. What are your thoughts on the effectiveness of influencer campaigns?
Well, they seem to offer true value when done right. Authenticity is key.
I agree. Brands need to find the right fit between their products and the influencers.
Absolutely. It's all about leveraging the influencer's credibility and following.
Precisely. Influencer marketing is certainly an area worth exploring further.
I couldn't agree more. There's so much potential to uncover.
Lesson 7: A new opportunity.
I heard you've got a new job opportunity. That's amazing. What brings you here?
Yes, I'm really excited about it. It's a great chance to take on a new challenge.
That's wonderful. What kind of work will you be doing in this new role?
It's a marketing position at a growing tech company. I'll be responsible for developing their social media strategy.
Wow, that sounds right up your alley. Your experience will be a perfect fit.
I think so too. I'm looking forward to putting my skills to the test in a new environment.
I'm sure you'll thrive in that kind of role. It's a great opportunity to showcase your talents.
Absolutely. I'm eager to get started and contribute to the company's success.
That's fantastic. When do you officially begin your new position?
I start next week. I can't wait to dive in and get the ball rolling.
Well, congratulations on the new job. I know you'll do an excellent job.
Thank you, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to have friends cheering me on.
Of course, that's what friends are for. I'm excited to hear more about your new endeavor.
I'll be sure to keep you posted on how it all goes. It's a new chapter, and I'm ready for the challenge.
I have no doubt you'll crush it. Best of luck with the new role.
Lesson 8: Steady Progress.
I heard you've been hitting the gym lately. For you, it's challenging but rewarding, isn't it?
Yes, it's been quite the journey, but I'm slowly seeing the results.
That's great to hear. What kind of progress have you been making with your workouts?
Well, I've been gradually increasing the weight and seeing improvements in my strength.
That's wonderful. Consistent effort and patience are key when it comes to fitness goals.
Absolutely. It's not always easy, but the feeling of accomplishment makes it worthwhile.
I can imagine. Building up that endurance and muscle takes time and dedication.
Indeed. For me, it's been a matter of pushing myself a little further each time.
That's a fantastic approach. Slow and steady progress can lead to impressive results.
Exactly. I'm not rushing it, but I'm definitely seeing the benefits of my hard work.
I'm sure you're feeling stronger and more confident with each passing week.
Definitely. It's been a really empowering experience, both physically and mentally.
I'm glad to hear that. Fitness is about so much more than just the physical aspect.
Absolutely. It's been a holistic journey of self-improvement and personal growth.
That's wonderful. Keep up the great work, and I'm sure you'll continue to exceed your goals.
Lesson 9: The Versatile Oreo.
Have you noticed how Oreos have become a versatile treat, both in America and around the world?
Yes, it's quite interesting how this classic cookie has evolved and found new uses.
Absolutely. Oreos are no longer just a snack, they become an ingredient in all sorts of recipes.
That's true. I've seen Oreos used in everything from milkshakes and cakes to ice cream and even pie crusts.
Exactly. It's amazing how this simple cookie has become a staple in so many different desserts.
It just goes to show the power of versatility. Oreos have managed to transcend their original form.
Definitely. They've become a true icon, not just a standalone treat.
I agree. Oreos have become a beloved part of the American and global food culture.
Absolutely. It's fascinating to see how a humble cookie can evolve and find new applications.
It's a testament to the creativity of both home cooks and professional chefs.
Definitely. Oreos have become a blank canvas for culinary innovation.
Indeed. The possibilities with Oreos seem endless, and that's part of their enduring appeal.
Absolutely. Oreos have truly become a versatile and iconic ingredient in the world of food.
It's amazing how a simple cookie can capture the imagination of so many people around the globe.
Exactly. Oreos have transcended their origins to become a cultural phenomenon.
Lesson 10: Beginner-friendly projects.
As a beginner, what kind of project would you recommend for someone like me?
That's a great question. For a beginner, I would suggest starting with something relatively simple, but still engaging.
Okay, that makes sense. What kind of project did you have in mind?
One idea that comes to mind is a basic website or mobile app development project.
Interesting. I've been wanting to learn more about web development. What would that entail?
For a beginner, you could start with building a simple personal website or a basic e-commerce site.
That sounds approachable. What kind of skills would I need to get started with something like that?
Well, the essentials would be HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript. Those are the core building blocks of web development.
Ah, I see. That seems manageable for a beginner. Are there any other project ideas you'd recommend?
Another option could be a small mobile app development project using a framework like React Native or Flutter.
Oh, that's interesting. I've heard a lot about those frameworks. What kind of app could I build as a beginner?
Something simple like a to-do list or a weather app would be a great starting point. They'll help you learn the fundamentals.
That sounds like a good balance of challenge and achievability. I appreciate you giving me these suggestions.
Absolutely. Starting with projects that are manageable but still engaging is the key for beginners. Let me know if you need any other advice.
I will, thanks so much. I'm excited to dive into one of these projects and start building my skills.
Fantastic, I'm sure you'll do great. Just remember to have fun with the process and don't be afraid to experiment.
Will do. Thanks again for the helpful recommendations. I'm ready to get started.
Lesson 11, Admiring the bakery nearby.
The aroma from the bakery is simply divine.
I agree, the scent is mouth-watering.
Shall we pop in and treat ourselves to a pastry?
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I'm craving something sweet.
Excellent, let's see what delectable options they have.
I'm sure we'll find something irresistible.
You're right, let's go admire their handiwork.
I love the smell of freshly baked goods.
As do I, it's truly a treat for the senses.
Lesson 12, Twinkling lights on the house.
The lights on your house look absolutely stunning.
Thank you, I'm so pleased with how they turned out.
The twinkling effect is mesmerizing.
We put a lot of effort into the display.
It certainly shows, the house looks magical.
I'm glad you appreciate the hard work.
It's a true delight to see on the outside.
We wanted to bring some extra cheer this year.
Well, you've certainly succeeded in that regard.
Lesson 13, Exploring ancient ruins.
I heard you had an eventful trip recently.
Yes, I had the opportunity to explore some ancient ruins.
That sounds fascinating. What did you discover?
I came across some truly remarkable artifacts and structures.
I can only imagine the historical significance.
It was a genuine treasure trove of information.
I'd love to hear more about your findings.
The ruins revealed fascinating insights into the past.
That must have been an incredible experience.
Lesson 14, Recommendations for the weekend.
Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Actually, do you have any recommendations for the weekend?
Let me think. What kind of activity are you interested in?
I'm open to suggestions, perhaps something adventurous or cultural.
Well, there's an intriguing art exhibit opening at the museum.
That sounds like a delightful way to spend the afternoon.
Alternatively, there's a hiking trail with stunning views.
The outdoors do sound appealing, I'll have to consider that.
Whatever you choose, I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time.
Lesson 15, Pinto accident compensation.
I've been following the news about the Pinto accident case.
Yes, it's a truly heartbreaking situation for the affected families.
The lengths the company went to in order to avoid responsibility are appalling.
Indeed, the lack of transparency and disregard for human life is truly disturbing.
I hope the court ruling provides some form of justice and closure for the victims.
Absolutely, these families deserve fair compensation and acknowledgement of their loss.
It's a stark reminder of the importance of corporate accountability and ethics.
You're right, this case highlights the need for stronger regulations and oversight.
Hopefully, it serves as a catalyst for meaningful change in the industry.
Lesson 16: The Lost Language of the Inuit.
The Inuit used to speak a language called Inuktitut before modern times.
I didn't know that. What happened to the Inuktitut language?
The Inuit had to adapt to survive the harsh Arctic climate, so their language evolved over time.
That's fascinating. Do you know what the Inuktitut language was like?
From what I've read, it was a complex language with unique vocabulary for describing the natural world.
It's a shame that language has been lost. Do you think we could ever revive it?
I'm not sure, but it would be an interesting project to try and preserve that cultural heritage.
I agree. It's important to document endangered languages before they disappear completely.
Absolutely. Maybe we could look into organizations that work on language revitalization.
Lesson 17: Waiting for good news.
Don't worry, I'm sure the good news will come soon.
I hope so. I can't wait to get out of this situation.
I understand. It's been a difficult time, but stay positive.
I'm trying, but it's hard when there's so much uncertainty.
I know, but try to focus on what you can control.
You're right. I should just be patient and trust the process.
Exactly. I'm confident things will work out in the end.
I appreciate you trying to keep me optimistic.
That's what friends are for. We'll get through this together.
Lesson 18: The Perfect Purchase.
Yes, I've been looking for the perfect one, but it's hard to find.
I can imagine. Have you had any luck in your search?
Not yet, but I'm determined to find the right one.
I'm sure you'll find it eventually. What are you looking for exactly?
Well, it needs to have certain features and be within my budget.
Understandable. It's important to find the right balance.
Exactly. I don't want to settle, but I also don't want to break the bank.
I hear you. The hunt for the perfect purchase can be quite challenging.
Tell me about it. But I'm not giving up just yet.
Lesson 19: Exciting Travel Plans.
Hi, have you started planning our trip?
Yes, I've been looking into booking the flights and accommodations.
Excellent. Where are we thinking of going?
I was considering a few different options, but I think we should go with the beach destination.
Sounds perfect. I've been craving some sun and relaxation.
Me too. I think it will be the ideal getaway.
Great. When do you think we should plan to go?
I was thinking we could go in a couple of months, if that works for you.
Absolutely. I can't wait to start packing and get away.
Lesson 20, Enjoying the Moment.
Such a nice day, don't you think?
Absolutely. The sun is shining, and the weather is perfect.
It's the kind of day that just lifts your mood.
Exactly. It's important to take a moment and appreciate the little things.
Couldn't agree more. We should try to do this more often.
Definitely. Life can get so hectic, but days like this remind us to slow down.
Exactly. Let's make the most of this beautiful afternoon.
Agreed. I'm going to try to be more present and mindful.
Sounds like a great plan. Shall we go for a walk and soak it all in?
Absolutely. Lead the way.
Okay. Let's go.
Lesson 21, Bad Water Basin.
The floor of Death Valley National Park in California is the lowest point in the western United States.
Really? I didn't know that. What's the elevation there?
It's 282 feet below sea level.
Wow, that's incredible. I can't imagine being that far below the ocean.
Me neither. It must feel very isolated and remote down there.
I bet the landscape is fascinating. Have you been to Death Valley before?
No, I haven't had the chance yet. I'd love to visit and explore the unique terrain.
Well, if you do go, make sure to pack lots of water. It's one of the hottest and driest places in the world.
Good advice. I'll remember that. Death Valley sounds like an incredible natural wonder.
Absolutely. It's on my list of places to see someday. The contrast between the low elevation and the rugged mountains must be breathtaking.
I agree. It's definitely piqued my curiosity. I'll have to plan a trip there soon.
Lesson 22, Lost Luggage.
Did they have any idea where your luggage might be?
No, the airline said it was misplaced. They're trying to locate it, but I'm not very hopeful.
That's so frustrating. Losing your luggage on a trip is the worst.
Tell me about it. I only have the clothes I'm wearing, and I'll need to buy some essentials.
Well, at least you can use it as an excuse to do some shopping while you're here.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But I'd much rather have my original luggage.
I can imagine. Hopefully, the airline will find it soon and get it to you.
I hope so too. In the meantime, I guess I'll have to make do with a bare-bones wardrobe.
Well, you still look great, even without your usual attire.
Thank you, that's very kind of you to say. I'm trying to stay positive about the situation.
Good attitude. I'm sure it will all work out in the end.
Lesson 23, Delicious Recipes.
This recipe is delicious. The seasonings really add a nice flavor.
I agree, the spices complement the dish perfectly.
Do you have the recipe for this dish? I'd love to try making it at home.
Unfortunately, I don't have the full recipe, but I can tell you the main ingredients.
That would be great. I'm always on the lookout for new, tasty recipes to try.
Okay, let's see. It has onions, garlic, tomatoes, and a blend of herbs and spices.
That sounds like a good starting point. I'll have to experiment with the proportions.
Definitely. Adjusting the seasoning to your taste is part of the fun of cooking.
I can't wait to give it a try. Cooking is one of my favorite hobbies.
Me too. It's so satisfying to create something delicious from scratch.
Absolutely. Food brings people together in such a wonderful way.
Lesson 24, Bread Preferences.
Do you prefer whole wheat bread or the regular kind?
I usually go for whole wheat, but I can enjoy a good white bread as well.
I'm the same way. Whole wheat has more fiber and nutrients, but white bread can be so soft and fluffy.
Exactly. It really depends on the dish and my mood. Sometimes I crave the heartiness of whole wheat, and other times, the lightness of white bread.
I find that whole wheat works better for sandwiches, while white bread is perfect for things like toast or rolls.
That's a good point. The texture and density of the bread can really impact the overall dish.
Definitely. And of course, it's all a matter of personal preference.
Absolutely. There's no right or wrong when it comes to bread choices.
Agreed. The important thing is to enjoy what you're eating.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm happy to explore a variety of breads.
Me too. It adds an extra layer of enjoyment to the dining experience.
Lesson 25, San Francisco Sights.
That's great that you're planning a trip to San Francisco. Make sure to visit the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, absolutely. The Golden Gate Bridge is at the top of my list. I can't wait to see it in person.
And while you're there, be sure to try some of the amazing seafood they have.
Definitely. I've heard the seafood in San Francisco is phenomenal.
It really is. The fresh fish and shellfish are just incredible.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I'll be sure to indulge in the local cuisine.
You won't regret it. San Francisco is such a vibrant and beautiful city.
I've heard that too. I'm really looking forward to exploring all it has to offer.
I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time. Let me know if you need any other recommendations.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'll be sure to reach out if I have any other questions.
Sounds good. I hope you have an amazing trip to San Francisco.
Lesson 26: Maximizing Small Bathroom Space.
Anna, I have an idea to make our small bathroom feel more spacious.
Oh, really? I'm all ears.
We could install some shelves and cabinets to keep things stored away, freeing up counter space.
That's a great idea. Minimizing clutter is key in a small bathroom.
Exactly. And we could also use some creative storage solutions, like hanging baskets or a wall mounted medicine cabinet.
Ooh, I like the idea of a wall-mounted cabinet. It would save a lot of floor space.
Absolutely. And we could even add a few decorative touches, like some plants or artwork, to make it feel more inviting.
Wonderful. I'm really excited to try these ideas and see how much more spacious our bathroom can feel.
Me too. I think it'll make a big difference and make the most of our limited space.
Lesson 27: Choosing the Perfect Location.
Hey, have you given any thought to where you want to live?
I have, actually. I'm really hoping to find a place close to public transportation.
That's a great consideration. Easy access to public transit is so important.
Definitely. I don't want to have to rely on a car all the time.
I agree. And what about the neighborhood? Have you thought about the kind of area you'd like to live in?
I'm hoping for something with a nice mix of residential and commercial areas, with shops and restaurants nearby.
That sounds ideal. A walkable neighborhood would be perfect.
Exactly. And I'd love to be close to a park or green space, too, for some outdoor time.
Those are all fantastic criteria. I'm sure you'll be able to find the perfect spot.
I hope so. It's going to take some searching, but I'm excited to find the right place.
I'm confident you'll land on something great. Just let me know if you need any help along the way.
Lesson 28: Weekend Plans.
Hey, what are your plans for the weekend?
I'm not entirely sure yet. I was thinking of catching up on some reading and maybe doing a bit of cleaning around the house.
Ah, the classic weekend to-do list. I can relate to that.
What about you? Do you have anything fun or exciting planned?
Well, I was considering going to that new art exhibit downtown. Have you heard about it?
No, I haven't. What's it all about?
It's featuring some really unique and thought provoking modern art pieces. I thought it might be interesting to check out.
That does sound intriguing. I'd be happy to join you if you'd like the company.
Really? That would be great. I think it could be a fun way to spend the afternoon.
Absolutely. I'm always up for discovering new art and culture around the city.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to get us tickets in advance then.
Lesson 29, Versatile Hairstyles.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, what do you think about bobs?
Bobs? You mean the hairstyle? I think they can be quite versatile, actually.
Really? I always thought they were only suitable for certain hair types.
Not at all. Whether you have straight, wavy, or curly hair, a bob can work.
Interesting. I didn't realize that. What makes them so versatile?
Well, the length and shape can be adjusted to flatter different face shapes and hair textures.
That makes sense. So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of style?
Exactly. A skilled hairstylist can customize a bob to complement your unique features.
That's good to know. I've been considering a change, but I wasn't sure a bob would suit me.
I think you should definitely give it a try. I bet it would look great on you.
Maybe I will. Thanks for the insight. It's really helpful.
Lesson 30, The Grandeur of the Grand Canyon.
Anna, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
No, I haven't, but I've heard it's absolutely breathtaking.
It truly is. The sheer size and beauty of it are just awe-inspiring.
I can only imagine. I've seen pictures, but I'm sure they don't do it justice.
Absolutely not. Standing at the edge and taking in the vast expanse is an experience like no other.
I can see why it's such a popular destination for visitors.
Exactly. The Grand Canyon has a way of filling people with a sense of wonder and appreciation for nature.
I bet it would be an incredible trip. I'd love to hike along the rim and take in all the different viewpoints.
That's a fantastic idea. The trails offer so many opportunities to explore and appreciate the canyon's splendor.
I'm definitely adding it to my travel bucket list. It seems like the kind of place that would leave a lasting impression.
It absolutely will. The Grand Canyon is truly a natural wonder that everyone should experience at least once.
Lesson 31, Laundry Woes.
I despise doing laundry. It's such a time-consuming task.
I understand your frustration. Laundry is a never-ending chore.
Exactly. I feel like I'm constantly sorting, washing, and folding.
I know, it's relentless. But it's a necessary evil, unfortunately.
Agreed. Do you have any tips to make the process more efficient?
Well, try to stay on top of it and do small loads regularly.
That's a good idea. Letting it pile up just makes it worse.
Absolutely. And pre-treat any stains before washing to save time later.
Excellent tip. I'll have to remember that one.
Also, fold and put away clothes as soon as they're dry.
That's a habit I need to develop. It would save so much time.
Definitely. Small steps can make a big difference with laundry.
You're right. I'll have to try implementing some of these strategies.
I'm sure they'll help. Laundry may never be fun, but it can be less of a chore.
I appreciate the advice. Anything to make this task more manageable.
Lesson 32, Sleepless Nights.
Did you have a good sleep last night?
Not really, I had trouble falling asleep.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What kept you up?
I'm not sure, my mind just wouldn't settle down.
That's the worst. Lack of sleep can really affect your day.
Absolutely. I feel quite tired and sluggish today.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any techniques to improve your sleep?
I've tried relaxation exercises and limiting screen time before bed.
Those are good strategies. Establishing a consistent sleep routine is important too.
Yes, I've heard that can make a big difference. I'll have to be more disciplined about it.
It's worth the effort. Quality sleep is so essential for our well being.
You're right. I'll have to prioritize it more going forward.
I hope you're able to get a good night's rest soon.
Thank you, I appreciate the concern. It's a work in progress.
Well, I'm here if you need any other sleep related advice.
Lesson 33, Sibling Dynamics.
Hey, do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one sister.
That's nice. I'm an only child, so I've always wondered what it's like.
It has its ups and downs, to be honest.
I can imagine. What's the dynamic like between you and your sister?
Well, we're quite different in many ways, but we're also very close.
That's interesting. Do you find you often clash because of your differences?
Occasionally, but we've learned to respect each other's boundaries.
That's good to hear. Sibling relationships can be tricky to navigate.
Definitely. It takes a lot of patience and compromise.
I can imagine. Do you feel having a sibling has shaped you in any way?
Absolutely. My sister has definitely influenced my personality and perspectives.
That's really fascinating. I wonder how my life would be different if I had a sibling.
It's hard to say, but I'm sure it would have its own unique challenges and rewards.
Well, I'm glad you and your sister have a good relationship overall.
Lesson 34, Safety First.
Hey, do you have a small medical kit with you? Yes, I always carry one with me. It's really helpful.
That's a great idea. What kind of items do you keep in it? Bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and a few other essentials.
That's a smart assortment. You never know when you might need something.
Exactly. It's always better to be prepared, especially when you're out and about.
I agree. Do you find you use the kit often?
Not too frequently, but it's come in handy a few times.
I can imagine. Even minor injuries can be a hassle without the proper supplies.
Absolutely. It's just a small thing, but it can make a big difference.
I'll have to consider putting together a similar kit for myself.
I'd highly recommend it. It's a simple way to ensure your safety.
That's a good point. I appreciate you sharing this useful tip.
Of course. Safety should always be a top priority.
Couldn't agree more. I'll look into getting a medical kit together.
Lesson 35, Helpful Hints.
That's a good suggestion. Do you have any other tips for someone starting out?
Let me think. Well, one thing that's been helpful for me is to make checklists.
Checklists, huh? How do those help with everyday tasks?
They keep me organized and ensure I don't forget important steps.
That makes sense. I tend to rely on my memory, but a checklist could be more reliable.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of things and saves time in the long run.
That's a great point. What other strategies would you recommend?
Another tip is to set reminders on your phone or calendar. That way, you don't miss deadlines.
Ah, yes, that's a smart idea. Notifications can be really helpful.
Definitely. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it.
Good call. Sometimes we try to do everything on our own, but a little assistance can go a long way.
Absolutely. Collaborating with others can make tasks much more manageable.
I appreciate you sharing these practical tips. They're really useful.
I'm glad I could provide some helpful suggestions. Let me know if you need any other advice.
Will do. These ideas will definitely come in handy as I tackle new challenges.
Lesson 36, The Wooden Seat Advantage.
Hi John, have you heard about the wooden seat advantage in rowing boats?
No, I'm not familiar with that. What is the wooden seat advantage?
Apparently, rowers who use wooden seats tend to gain an advantage over their competitors.
Interesting. How does that work?
Well, the wooden seats are said to allow the rowers to slide back and forth more smoothly, which improves their efficiency.
I see. So the wooden seats give them an edge over those using other types of seats.
Exactly. The extra slide and momentum from the wooden seats can make a significant difference in the race.
That's amazing. I didn't know something as simple as the seat material could have such an impact on performance.
It just goes to show that even small details can make a big difference in competitive sports.
Absolutely. Rowing is all about fine-tuning every aspect of the equipment and technique.
Definitely. The wooden seat advantage is just one example of the innovative ways athletes try to gain an edge.
It's fascinating to learn about these little-known factors that can influence the outcome of a race.
Indeed. Sports are full of interesting insights like this that are worth exploring.
I agree. This has been a very enlightening conversation about the nuances of rowing.
I'm glad I could share this little known fact with you. It just goes to show there's always more to discover in the world of sports.